Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Lei Shi, and I'm currently working as a postdoctoral researcher at Perceptual User Interfaces. Yeah, I'll first briefly introduce myself. As I've already said, I'm affiliated with the PUI group, but I'm also doing a postdoc project within the SimTech excellence cluster, and the project I'm working on is Bayesian Intent Prediction for human-machine collaboration. And the project's PI are Andreas Bulling and Paul Buckner. You have just heard his talk. So I wanted to talk two projects. One project was finished during my PhD study. Okay, by the way, in my PhD study, I'm from robotics background, and now I shifted my interest more to the human intention prediction. That's why I want to introduce my one of my work in the PhD work. Then that explains why I shifted my interest from robotics to intention prediction and human-computer or human-machine interaction. And then I will talk about the current project, which is the Bayesian intention prediction. So the work in my PhD is predicting a task category. Imagine that you have a video that recorded the actions and the activities that a human is doing. For example, in this image, you can see it's a person preparing food, and from the video, you can actually extract a lot of actions. For example, cut the onion, cut tomato, and cut cucumber, something like that, by applying action recognition algorithms. And then there's a task or activity, which is, for example, prepare pasta salad, which consists of a lot of different actions. So my motivation was that, okay, what if a robot observes you and the robot can understand what you're doing? And if the robot knows the composition of the task, then the robot can easily help you with preparing the pasta salad for you. So that's why I want to do this. I want the robot to recognize the task or the activity a human is doing, so that the robot can help you with the task in the future. And I have used a graph neural network-based approach to solve this. I'll just first assume that all the actions has been already recognized and extracted from videos. So in each frame of the video, you will have an action which combines which consists of a different term. A term is the person, and the second term is the verb term, and the third term is a noun term, and we put that into graph, which called action graphs, and then of course we have all the actions from the videos. Then we can have the task graph, which consists of all the tasks that's required to finish all the actions in the activity. Then the idea is that for every recognized or occurred actions, we form action graph, and we constantly compare the action graph with the task graph and calculate the similarity. So based on the similarity, we can have an idea, okay, which category of task or activity the human is doing. And then by this way, we can predict the task, and then of course we have the data set of the future actions. Then the robot is potentially be able to train to do those actions and help human with the same task. But one important thing here is that the robot or the AI or the system has to recognize the activity in a real early stage, because you can imagine if the robot recognizes that like only 5 seconds before the task is finished, then clearly the robot wouldn't have enough time to prepare for the next action, so that it cannot help the human to finish the task. But with this approach, we were successfully to predict the correct category of the activities in a really early stage. For example, in this picture, you will have seven different categories of activities, and on the x-axis it's the total number of actions in one of the videos, and then of course on the y-axis you will have the accuracy. So we were able to find it in a really early stage. For example, in this case, after 10 actions, the model can already successfully predict the correct category, which is the pasta salad, at a little bit over 10 actions. Then it means that there are 70 actions in the future, which will allow the robot to have enough time to do that. So this is a project, one of the projects in my PhD study. A key important thing is that, in this approach, we want the robot to understand how human is thinking and how the thinking process is if a human is doing some task which is have a clearly oriented goal. And then I'm getting more and more interested into how to predict the human intention based on what's going on in humans' mind. So I want to know it more. I want to explore more in this. Then yeah, that's why I started in this postdoc project. And the current project I'm working on is to predict the next question in goal-oriented visual dialogue answering with a series of mind model. So yeah, it's quite a long title, but I will explain it a little. So basically, the setting is in a VQA setting. VQA setting is that you will have an image, you will have a list of history questions, and then typically you will have a current question, and the VQA model is trained to answer the current question based on the history of question, based on the current question, and based on the image and the image context. But here we would like to use the VQS setting, but we want to predict the human intention. So the intention in this setting is that instead of answer the question, what we're interested in is to predict what's the next question the human will ask in the history of questions. And the other thing is that in a task-oriented setting, normally a person asks questions with a specific goal, and he or she would probably have a certain strategy or certain preferences. We would also like to extract that by looking at the history of the questions and the context of the image. So the specific dataset we are working on is called Minister Guess Number dataset, which is a synthetic dataset. So we will first do experiment to the proof of concept, and then we will scale up to more realistic and complicated dataset. So the idea is that in the settings there will be two people. One people is the questioner, and the other people is the answerer. So in the answer's mind, there will be a number. The answer picks number from the 3x3 image matrix with numbers, and the questioner will have to guess which number is in the answer's mind by asking questions. For example, the answerer will ask, is it 2 in the image? Then the answerer answers no until the final guess number is the number is guessed correctly. And in this case, we want to predict what the questioner will ask in order to guess the correct number. So in this case, the questioner probably will have different strategies. For example, someone would just like to prefer to ask about numbers. Some others may want to ask about the colors, the background colors, and the style of the numbers. And then we also want to know that how people's preferences are different along with the intended questions they would ask. And the approach we're trying to use is machine theory of mind model, and which is a model designed to discover the hidden state of the thinking process in your mind. So we try to summarize those hidden states with a character network within TomNet, and then in the prediction net, we will have the query image and the state, which will probably give you the most probable question that the questioner will ask in the next round. And we were using Bayesian method to extract the strategies or the preference that the questioner question falls to which preferences or which strategies. So that's my introduction about my projects and the work I have done before. Thank you very much.